welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's good to be here again. So thank you for everyone that watched my video. Thank you for everyone that subscribed. Thank you for everyone that shared. Some people shared my video. Thank you. Please, if you're a new subscriber, welcome. And if you've not shared my video before, please do share my video, and don't forget to press the subscribe button and like this video as well, because this is the only way it can grow and the network will keep communicating. Okay, today's topic is going to be, how did you get here? What happened to you? Okay, you know, Love Yourself is going to be a series that would help you reminisce on the things that have been happening to you before, till the point you are in, because before you start asking yourself questions, something might have happened, something might have gone wrong somewhere. So I'm going to be focusing on 5 points that would help you remember things, that would pick you up from where you are to where you're going. And if you're already in the process, please, like I always say, I'd like you to drop your story. Your story will definitely motivate someone. Please comment on this video so that when you also post your story, people will comment on the video. For everything I'm going to be talking about, I would have a little story backup to all of it. So I wrote down some pointers here that I'm going to be looking through. Okay, what happened to you? The first question I'm going to ask is, how did it start? Everything started somewhere. How did it start? When did you realize that this is not you? When did you realize that this is not what I want? When did you realize that you're not happy? Okay, that is the first focus point. How did it start? For me, it started way back in my junior grade, when, first of all, everyone was attaining puberty stage and nothing happened to me. Okay, I was typically the tomboy, so I didn't think too deep into it as at then. I was comfortable with my football, you know, race and all of that sports. I was very comfortable with it. Then fast forward to my senior high, where we had a break, and at that point there was a short break and we stayed at home for close to 3 months. And returning back to school, I was a different person. Okay, my boobs grew so big. I went from having nothing to wearing big cups. Okay, and everyone would look at me. Surprisingly, I became so uncomfortable. That was where I started drawing in. Okay, I stopped my sports games. I could just play it sometimes, to not to make people feel like, hey, I'm not liking my body. Okay, so but when I got the slightest chance to change school to another one, I jumped at it. I moved to another school. Okay, the pressure was high, the mockery was high, the bully was high. Everything was on another level, where I'll be walking past and I'll hear something like cowbell, peak milk, you know. We're going to get deeper into that later. So you're going to ask yourself, how did it start? How did I lose myself? How did it start? So if you can trace your story back to where it all began, then you're on your way to success. Then the second one is what to do now. You've realized how it started. You know the point you are in right now. So what do you do now? What point are you in right now? What I do basically is, I have embraced me totally, like totally. I have embraced me. So I have worked on myself in such a way that you don't have a choice than to like it. I have grown the way I walk, grown the way I talk, read a lot, read about self-growth, read about confidence. I've read a lot of things about this whole thing. So what to do now? Look at all those things that you've been wanting to do, what we call the bucket list. All those things you've been wanting to do, everything on your bucket list, try to make sure to tick them. Tick them. At any point you get one. If you fail, fine. Motivational books and all of that will tell you 5 steps to this. Most of us have 2,000 steps to attaining it. So if you fail, don't let it go. Keep working on it until you get it. That is the second point. The third point is be self-conscious. Consistency is something that is very, very vital in every growth. Consistency must be there no matter what. Be self-conscious. I am planning to make sure that when they look at me, they are not looking at my boobs. They are looking at me. I'm trying to make sure that no matter what I'm doing, the focus is not on my body. It is what I have to give. Okay, it got to a point in my life where when I'm called to speak somewhere, back then I used to like doing some talks. I have a lot of things I would want to share and all of that. I was president of some association. I want to talk about my story. I'll go deep into all this. But for every time I'm being called to speak, my focus is on, are they going to be listening to me or they're going to be looking at my boobs? Okay, I lost that self-consciousness. I lost it. But when I found it, I'm like, hey, what's up? Choose what you want to listen to. You want to listen to me, fine. You want to look at me, fine. But I know that at the end of the day, you're going to leave this place getting something. Okay, I was very self-conscious. I built myself. I grew myself. There is no situation I find myself that I will not know how to manage it. Okay, then the fourth one is planning the growth. Plan the growth. Plan it out very well. There is nothing that can work without planning. Okay, I'm like, this first period, this is what I'm going to make sure I achieve. Oh, I want to grow my natural hair and I want to have it colored gold. I'm going to work towards that. If that is the next thing that will boost my self-confidence, fine, I work towards it. As long as I'm not trying to do that to fit in somewhere, I'm doing that because it's going to make me happy. I'll work towards it. I'll do it perfectly. Okay, that is how you plan growth. From that one, you move to the next thing that you know that it's going to boost your confidence. And then the last one and the final one that I always say every time, everywhere, do what makes you happy. Inner peace is the peak. Do what makes you happy. Do you know why? At the point where you are happy, you realize that most things that you've been struggling to do, most things that you've been struggling to attain will come very easy. How do you get that? When I eventually embraced myself, when I eventually felt confident in my skin, when I eventually felt comfortable with the figure that I have, I realized that I was happier. I could go out, play tennis without wondering what's going on. Yeah, I love lawn tennis a lot. I play it a lot. I don't mind running around. Yes, look at it. Okay, I was happy. I looked forward to what else will I do? What else should I do? Okay, let me go into learning this thing. I moved, I learned this one. Let me go into learning this one. I moved, I learned this one. Let me go into this. As in, you would realize that your brain is functional because you're happy. Your brain is functional because you're doing what is making you happy. your brain is functional, you're thinking about who else to help. Your brain is functional because at that point you realize that there is more to you than what you've always had. There is more to you than the toxic relationship. There is more to you than the toxic friends and all of that. Okay, I want to read something out to you all, what I posted on my blog. Okay, I have a blog too. After reading this, if you want to go through it properly, you can go to my blog at blog with J at Love Yourself. I'm going to also put the link below. And yeah, I'm going to drop my email address for those of us that would like to send your story down to me, or if you want to make a video clip and send to me, to just send me a direct message on the comment that you want to send your own video. Then I would communicate with you as to how you're going to do that. So let me read this to us. This was posted on my blog. I did that too. In an era where individual value and worth is defined by looks, possessions, affiliations, affluence, and social trend, the average person finds themselves at loss. Okay? Society has taken up the role of definer and yardstick, dictating to people how they ought to look, think, and behave, what they ought to have, acquire, and attain, and who they ought to associate with in order to be considered successful, valuable, and worthy. And everywhere we look, we see its effects. Its effect on the girl child that needs a man to feel comfortable, accepted, and loved. On the boy child that needs to learn or lean on its peer groups, to the extent of substance abuse, to feel accepted. You know, we see this effect on societal pressures on the young woman that needs to lose weight and change the color of her skin to feel beautiful, and the young man that goes to any length to make money. The question is, who said so? Who said that this must be a yardstick for you? Who said so? Nobody. The society just did it. The society did not say, Jessica, in order for you to be happy, you must follow this. This is what the society is trying to place there. And I don't have to follow that to make myself happy. Who said we ought to be and have all this to feel valuable? Who made the society the judge of worth? I dare say no one. Yet, we have succumbed to the dictates of the society. Need we say that the advent and rise of social media has compounded the problem? The fallacy of truth on social media has all the world striving for goals that are unrealistic and unattainable. The couple on Instagram is not as happy as the look. The girl on that profile is not that skinny or that light-skinned. And the man on Facebook took that picture in front of someone's car. But the reality is somehow discarded when these pictures are seen. You know, these things are the reason why Love Yourself initiative is paramount at this time. This initiative is an initiative that is here for transforming movement that seek to resort the belief in oneself by enlightening the individual on the importance of valuing itself, self-acceptance, self-appreciation, and self-worth. Our message is that although we were made perfect, we were all made beautiful and unique. It is in the celebration and acceptance of who we are that we can find the courage to pursue who we become. This pursuit is not to become someone as imperfect as we are, but a better version of ourselves we are here to discover and unveil. We understand that this is ideology, that this particular ideology have been circulating for decades, and there are life coaches and motivational speakers who have turned this message to recitable mantras with 5 keys to becoming successful, 20 ways to achieving your dreams slogans, undoubtedly, they all mean well. However, as you probably know, it doesn't take everyone 5 steps, just like I mentioned earlier. For some, it takes 2,000 consistency steps with about 100 failures in between. You know, this realization is what makes us different. Is what makes Love Yourself different. The mission of Love Yourself is to help people become better versions of themselves without pressure. We provide support. This is tailored to different individuals at different stages. So as a matter of fact, we want you to embrace yourself. We want you to embrace your voice and accepting that you're gifted enough to make your dream come true. Okay, this is what I wrote on my blog. Go there, read it up, digest it. What I'm saying to you, it's not that you don't know about it, you know about it already. But then most of us are looking for a platform to voice out, a platform to tell someone, hey, I have been raped and this stigma has been on me, I have lost my self-confidence. A platform to say, I have been bullied all my life, I've been looking for a place to just say something. A platform to say, hey, I have always wanted to lose weight, but now I think the only thing I'll do right now is to make sure that I eat healthy, live healthy, and work healthy, and accept myself. A platform where you'd always want to say that I have been looking for a way to make my skin lighter. Hey, I love dark skin. I have been looking for a way to make my skin lighter, and I've gone through different processes to make this work. Please, how do I go about this? Accept yourself. You are beautiful. Okay? Love Yourself is here for you. Love Yourself is here to stay. It is here to promote good dates. It is here to make our stories change lives. Your story will motivate someone. Your story is going to change a life. Your story is going to make a difference. Don't forget that you are unique. Don't forget that you are beautiful. Don't forget that body figure is supposed to be yours. Just work on accepting it and you realize that you make the best out of it. Okay? So please like this video, comment, share, and click the subscribe button. Share this video because by the time this initiative grows wider, you would want people to keep liking and talking about your own videos, talking about your own stories and how it can change life. Thank you very much. I feel very excited sharing this. For every time I talk about my story, I know that someone out there is moved, someone out there is touched, someone out there is planning towards being a better version of themselves. Thank you very much. I love you always. This is about love. Okay, I'm going to be sharing my next video. It's going to be a story about myself. It's beautiful. Trust me, you're going to want to watch it. Okay, and please, you can click the notification bell so when next I post a new video, you get the pop notification of when I post it. Thank you very much. I love you.